What's going on, guys? Cody Hyde here. Just want to make another short little quick video, rant, advice, opinion, whatever you want to call it, on aggression. Aggression is one of the easiest tools for you to utilize that you have in your toolbox, and it's free if you know how to access it. It'll either be one of three things for you. It'll be underutilized, it'll be overutilized, or it won't be used at all. That's just my opinion, how I see it. You'll see a lot of guys that overutilize aggression a lot. You see it specifically in new lifters. You got these guys, you know, they compete in a couple meets or whatever, it's their first meet or anything like that. In the gym, they train and they get amped up. Okay, and they get used to that a little bit, and they learn how to control that a little bit. But then they come to the meet time, and they think it's a meet, which, okay, it is a meet, but they think it's so much of a bigger deal at the meet than it is in the training, which is not, because the weights that you do in training should be the same thing you do at the meet, just officially, in my opinion anyways. But they'll go out there to the platform and they'll get so amped up and crazy out of their mind and put on this whole freaking big show out there, you know, slapping themselves in the face, getting their buddies to slap them, headbutting their buddies, punching the wall, chest bumping the bar, moving it all over the place on a squat, rubbing their freaking forehead all over the bar, tearing their forehead open, or getting bloody noses before they even get up there and unsquat the bar. And then it's just, all of that is just a show of aggression that they haven't learned to control and utilize properly yet. Because more often than not, I guarantee it, you watch them, those guys are going to go up there and they're going to put on this huge crazy show, and everybody's going to get all amped up and, you know, ooh, ah, he's going crazy, he's ready to lift. And they're going to rush through their whole setup, and it's going to throw their form off, and the lift's going to be twice as hard as what it should be, even if it's a lightweight or it's an opener for them, because they can't control that aggression. It's overutilized. There's too much of a stimulus going on in their body that they are not used to all the time because they don't train that way. If you're going to go crazy like that, balls to the wall, and just absolutely insane like that at a meet, you have to train that way. You have to learn to focus that aggression and control it. One of the best examples of that crazy balls to the wall aggression that I've seen is Chad H's. But you see him get all amped up, and he's headbutting people and pushing people and screaming and just going berserk before he gets that bar. But as soon as he unracks that bar in the squat or the bench, or grabs that bar in the deadlift, it's like, you know, like he flips a switch. He dials it back just instantly right there. So he knows, and he can focus that aggression on his technical issues or his technique to where he needs it, so that lift will move. Underutilization of aggression. A lot of guys just don't use it, period. You know, I personally, I would characterize myself as underutilizing aggression, because I've had too many times in training where I've got really, really amped up, you know, and crazy and ready to get a lift, and my form just goes just out the window, gone. And I end up blowing my back out or tweaking something and getting hurt in training. You know, especially just like it was, I don't know, 4 or 5, 6 weeks before this last meet. I went crazy and got all amped up because I missed a lift, and I went to try it again. And I got all crazy and amped up, and my form went out the window, like I said, because I wasn't concentrating, I couldn't focus it, and I ended up blowing my back out, and I was out of training for a week because of that. So it's just, you got to find that happy medium right there. You know, you got to learn to get your aggression and control it, like what I was talking about earlier. Then you have the guys who are just insanely focused, but you can't tell. You know, they walk up to the bar, or they're standing there, they're ready to go. They're not shaken, they're just calm, still. You think they wouldn't have a care in the world, but you look at them in the eyes, and you could tell it's there. They're ready to explode. You know, they're ready to just rip their head off, you know, ready to go. You can see it in their eyes, and they unleash that on the bar. And they have, in my opinion, that's the type of focused aggression that you need. If you want to put on a show, cool, put on a show, but learn to control it. I personally think that focused, controlled, directed aggression that some of these other big-name lifters have, I think that's the way to go. You know, it makes the lift better because you're concentrating on your technique. You know what you need to do in your technique and your form and everything like that, and you know where to put that aggression. And so that, to me, that's the best way to go. But when it's all said and done and it comes down to it, it's got to be what works best for you. So you got to figure out what works best for you and learn how to utilize it to the best of your abilities.